Enterprise Java Bin is a server-side software component used to summarize the business logic of a project. The Enterprise Java Bin is classified into three types. One is Session Bin, number two Message Driven Bin, and number three Entity Bin. Now Entity Bin is replaced with Java Persistence API in order to connect with the database. Message driven bin are used to passing messages in Java messaging services. And the session bin is used to build a logic for an application. The session bin is further classified into two categories. One is stateless and another one is stateful. If the session bin is stateless, there is no state has been maintained across all the methods of a particular class. In case of stateful session bin, the state has been maintained across all the methods of a class. We can understand the difference between stateless and stateful session bin by implementing a simple application in Red Hat Code Ready Studio. To create a stateless session bin, open Red Hat Code Ready Studio and create a new Maven project and choose the architecture type Quick Start version 1.4. Then apply filter Maven archetype Quick Start. Then choose archetype Quick Start version 1.4. Then provide group ID and artifact ID is the project name. Then click on finish. So it creates a directory structure for the Quick Start architecture type version 1.4. Once the build process is completed, explore the architecture in the project explorer, then choose the build path src main java, delete the default package which is created for the architecture type Quick Start version 1.4. Then convert it into dynamic web application. Choose the project root directory, right click and choose the option build path, then configure build path. Then choose project paysets, click on converted to paysetted form and choose the dynamic web module version 3.1. Change the Java version to 1.8 and select JavaScript Java Server Basis version 2.2. Then click on further configuration available. Enable the checkbox to generate web.xml file. Next, ensure the JSF implementation library type is disable library configuration. In URL mapping pattern, we should add the URL pattern for .jsf file. If not yet added in the list, use the add button to add the URL pattern start.jsf. Then OK. Then click on apply and close. There is some changes occurred in the directory structure. Now it is converted into dynamic web application. Then open a file form.xml. Upgrade the Maven compiler source and target from 1.7 to 1.8. Then add dependency for Java server basis and enterprise Java bin. So in the dependency stack, find out the dependency details from the website mvnrepository.com. Search the API for JSF API. Then choose Java Server Basis 2.2 API. And select the latest version 2.14. copy the dependency details and paste it in your form.xml file. Then find out the dependency for enterprise Java bean. So search like enterprise Java beans. This is the link where we can get the details of enterprise Java bean. So click on the link enterprise Java bean and select the latest version and copy the dependency details and paste it in your form.xml file. So then save the file form.xml and close. Update the project by choosing project root directory, right click and use the option Maven update project. Once the project is updated, then we can start implementing stateless EJB. Then click on markers to resolve the warning error. Select the warning error, right click, use the option quick fix and choose any one of the option here. Then click on finish, the warning error will be resolved. Next, locate the directory webbuff from src main webbuff and webinf. Open the file web.xml, open it in source view, change the welcome file list index.html to index.jsf and remove all other file formats from the welcome file list. Then save the file web.xml and close. Then create index.xhtml file in the directory webbuff. So choose the directory webbuff, right click and use the option new xhtml page. Name the file as index.xhtml. Then finish. Now the file is created in the name index.xhtml. So then choose the build path src main java to create a stateless session bin and a controller class to interact with the business logic and Java server bases. So choose the build path src main java, right click, go to the option new, create two packages. One is com.model and create another package com.controller. Then create a stateless session bin in the package com.model. So choose the package com.model, go to the option new, then choose class and name the session bin as calculator. Then finish. Now the file in the name calculator.java is created in the package com.model. So now we need to convert this class into a stateless session bin by adding the annotation stateless. So there you can get stateless from the package javax.ejb. Now the plain old Java class will be converted into stateless session bin class. So then create an interface in the same package com.model. Right click, go to the option new interface and name the interface as calculator remote. Then finish. So this is the default code in the file calculator remote.java. So and define it as a remote. So just add the annotation remote. So this is the interface created to access the session bin remotely. So declare a method public int add with the two parameters. and create one more method for subtraction. Then implement the interface calculator remote in the class calculator.java. So open the file calculator.java, implements the interface. Just add the keyword implements and the interface name is calculator remote. So then place a cursor on the class name. Then there is an option add unimplemented methods. So choose the option add unimplemented methods. The methods are implemented based on the declaration available in the interface calculator remote. So in calculator remote interface, I declared two methods add and sub to perform addition and subtraction for a simple calculator application. So then we can write a logic to perform addition in the method add. Just return the value of the parameters a plus b, and in the method sub return the value of the parameters a minus b. Now the stateless session bin is created. Stateless means the state is not yet maintained across all the methods of a particular class. So this is the class calculator declared as a stateless session bin. So there is no instance variables are created for this calculator to maintain the state between add and sub. So add method takes its own parameters a and b and perform the addition operation between the parameter variables and returns a result. Subtraction method also takes its own parameter values a and b and performs subtraction operation and returns a result. So there is no state has been maintained between add and sub. Then create a controller in the package com.controller, right click, go to the option new, choose class. So create a class. I just named it as calc, then finish. So this is the class to interact with the session bin as well as with the JSF file. So now we need to convert this class into a managed bin by adding the annotation managed bin and set the attributes name equal to calc and eager value of eager equal to true. And declare three instance variable to interact with JSF: int a, int b, int c. In this three instance variable, I'm going to use a and b to get input from user, and the variable c is used to display the result on the JSF page. So then generate get and set method for managed bin. So right click on the file name calc.java, use the option source, generate getters and setters, then select all instance variables, click on generate to generate get and set methods. Okay, once the get and set methods are generated, declare object for the model class calculator remote.java. Choose the interface calculator remote and create object. Then at the end of this class, create two methods to call the EJB to perform addition and subtraction. Public void. I just name the method as EJB add, call EJB add. So in this method, I'm going to set the value of C by using the object of calculator remote dot. There two methods are implemented: add with two parameters and sub with two parameters. So call the method add and pass the two instance variable a and b as a parameter to the method add. So create another method to call subtraction. Public void call EJB subtraction and set value of c equal to object of calculator remote dot and call the method sub with two parameters. Pass the value of a and b as a parameter to the method sub. So then save the file calc.java, then open index.xhtml and design a page in order to get two inputs from user and display the result for addition and subtraction. Create HTML tag and create head section and place a title. As stateless session bin. Then create body section. Use h3 tag to display the title, addition operation, and create a XHTML form tag. Just start typing h:form, then close. You will get a warning error. We need to add a namespace. Just place cursor on this warning error. Then there is an option to select the namespace. So click on the link java.sun.com JSF-HTML to add the namespace. Now the namespace will be added to the HTML tag. Then we can close the form tag. So here I am going to place two controls to get input from user. So just I am creating a paragraph tag. Input a h:, use the tag h:, input text value equal to. So now we can see the list of available session bins. So there is only one session bin is created in the package com.controller. That session bin we named it as calc. So use the name of the session bin and use dot operator to set value for the instance variable a. Then close the paragraph tag. Then create another paragraph tag. Place a control to get input b. Value equal to managed bin class name calc dot set value for b and close paragraph tag. Then place a button create a paragraph tag to display the result on the screen. Result equal to use the expression language as open brace, then choose the managed bin calc dot get value from the variable c. Then place a button control to perform the addition operation. h:, command button action equal to the managed bin calc dot. There we defined two methods to call the addition function from the stateless session bin and subtraction from stateless session bin. So now I'm using call EJB add to call the add method from the stateless session bin calculator.java. So use this one and the value equal to add. So this is just like a caption on the button control. So create one more form for subtraction. subtraction. I just copy paste the form tag and I'm changing the command button action value. So I'm going to call from the method call from the manager session bin calc dot call the method EJB sub to perform subtraction operation and change the caption on the button control as subtract. So now we can deploy and check the result. So right click on the project directory, go to option run as, run on server, then finish. Once it is deployed successfully, it opens by default index.x HTML page. Okay, now the page is open. Index.jsf. There we placed controls to get two inputs from user and button control we placed to perform addition operation, and another form is created to perform subtraction. Now just to review the console logs. So there you can find the JNDI bindings for session bin calculator. JNDI stands for Java Naming Directory Interface. So these are the JNDI bindings for the stateless session bin calculator. So let me copy the JNDI Java global for calculator remote. So calculator remote is the interface which we placed in the package com.model for remote access. So copy this JNDI and open your managed bean class. Here we need to add annotation EJB and set lookup value equal to the JNDI which we copied from the console. So otherwise, unless we are adding the annotation EJB, we cannot get a result. Let me check. So this is the index.jsp. So just I'm giving two inputs, input A and input B. So I click on add button, it shows an error. So the reason is it cannot able to look up the stateless session bin. So we need to add the lookup value in the managed bin calc.java which act as a controller. So there, this is the statement which I created object for the interface calculator remote. So here we need to add add annotation EJB from the API javax.ejb and add attribute. Just start typing 2 or 3 letters, then give control space. There you can choose lookup equal to the string we can paste between the double quotes which we copied from the console. So then save. Now stop the server and deploy the project. Yeah, now the project is deployed. It opens the file index.jsf by default. Now we can test with some inputs in A equal to 10 and B equal to 15. Then click on add button. Now we will get a result without any error. So the method calc EJB add calls the stateless session bin method add to perform addition operation based on the input A and input B. So if you click on subtract, you will get the difference between these two inputs A and B. So this is an example for stateless session bin. So in the class calculator, we added the annotation to convert the plain Java class into a stateless session bin. So there is no instance variable is created in the class to maintain the state between the method add and sub.